Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today you guys, we are going to be talking about something that has to deal with the same similarities of Harry Potter. So guys, you might be asking, what am I going to be talking about today? Well, I'm going to be talking about how Harry Potter didn't know who he was until somebody told him who he actually was. So let me just go ahead and say this. Imagine like any religion. You pray and you pray and you pray, and there's no God up there who is like, yes, you will be in heaven if you keep on praying to me. Like, I don't hear your voice. I don't hear you. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you guys don't have to pray. You guys are God. If the original man is God. And my dad taught me that, like, you don't have to pray. Like, just be you. Like, you don't have to pray and stuff. You don't have to do any of that. You're God. I am God. I am. I'm the original person. I'm melanin. I came from the stars. Everything, man, everything. I am me. I'm me. So, okay, now we're going to get into the Harry Potter. So this is from, I'm going to say this from Harry Potter 1. People mostly say, like, Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone. I say Sorcerer's Stone, okay? That's how I say it. It's Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter. I say Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. If you guys read the first book, if you guys watch the first movie, basically, Harry's like, oh, I'm just a normal muggle boy. I'm just a guy who's non-magic. I'm just a guy who's just normal, like everybody else in the world, just muggly, non-magic. Until one day, this giant who came from Hogwarts, his name's Hagrid, and he came up to Harry, and he said to Harry, "You're a wizard, Harry." And Harry's like, "Oh, what? I am? I thought I'm just some normal muggle kid." And like that's how Harry Potter's like. And basically Hagrid's like, "No, you're a wizard. Your mom and dad, they went to Hogwarts. They learned magic and stuff. They learned all this, and you were originated from them, Harry Potter." And basically Harry's like, I am?" And Harry's like, "This can't be true, but how am I a wizard?" And from what I remember is Hagrid is like, "You basically are a wizard, Harry, because your mom and dad were wizards at Hogwarts. They used to take the classes and everything." And like, here's this. Harry Potter was, and I'm going to say this, let me just say this really quick. Harry Potter didn't know he was a wizard, because you want to know why? When Harry Potter was a baby, the McGonagall and Dumbledore, they dropped Harry off at a muggle house. And it was number 4 Privet Drive. And it had like a family of mean muggles. It was a mean muggle family. Harry had a cousin, a uncle, and an aunt for the rest of his family. Like his mom and dad are dead. And plus Sirius Black, that's like later on in the Harry Potter films. I'm not going to spoil that. That's like later on if you guys haven't seen the Harry Potter series. But basically, like Harry Potter, he grew up in a muggle non-magic house. He grew up like, in a normal house like anybody else would. He grew up with the Dursleys, and the Dursleys were like, but when they had Harry Potter at their door, there's like, let's not tell him he's a magic guy. Let's just tell him he's just a normal, non-magic muggle kid. That's how the Dursleys were like. Trust me with this, you guys. That's how the Dursleys were like. And then Harry now, like, I think Harry is a 11-year-old in the first Harry Potter book and movie. He's an 11-year-old, and Harry, like, 11 years later, Harry finds, oh, I'm a wizard. Like 11 years later, after like 10 years, and then he turned 11. Right when he turned 11, he's like, I'm a wizard. I actually am. Like for 10 years, Harry did not know this. He thought he was just a normal, muggle, non-magic boy. Like, and the Dursleys kept it a secret. And thanks to Hagrid for telling him that. Thanks to Hagrid for telling him who he really is. And Harry's not just nothing. He's actually something. So, That's what I'm saying, you guys. Harry Potter is really something. He's a wizarding boy. Yeah, he grew up in a muggle house. He grew up with just, non-magic normal people. He grew up in a muggle house. But then 11 years later or 10 years later, he finds out he's a wizard. But like my dad has told me and taught me, I'm God. Yes, I am. I'm learning who I really am. So does Harry Potter. He learned who he really was in the books and movie. That's what they're saying. I hope you guys loved this video. I hope you do. Hope you guys really understand what I'm saying in this. And I'm see you guys next time. Bye.